Hello everyone and welcome to Ty with a K. In this video we will be talking about the first 10 books that I want to read in February. I did the same thing last month for January, and I feel like it was a really good way for me to not get distracted easily and have like a concrete plan of the books I want to read, so I don't just see random books and I'm like, oh, I want to read that. Although that did kind of happen last month, I was like more focused for sure. I have a list of 10 books. I'm just going to read them and explain why I want to read them in February. I'm going to get to this, but one of these books I've actually already finished, so that's a good sign for sure. Okay, and this is in no order. I am not reading it in this order. First, we have Carrie Soto's Back by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I've read not every other Taylor Jenkins Reid book, but I have read The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, Daisy Jones and the Six, and Malibu Rising. This is the newest book by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and it follows a tennis player that was mentioned in Malibu Rising named Carrie Soto. I recently got the audiobook on Libby. I just have a tradition where I listen to the Taylor Jenkins Reid audiobooks like 2 days before it's due on Libby, and I just binge read it, and yeah, I finished it in 2 days. So that's what I plan on doing. I may not wait until the last 2 days that it's available on Libby, but I will be reading it in 2 days. I really like the cover, and I have no idea what to expect from this. I haven't read any reviews or anything, and I wasn't also like very interested in the character of Carrie Soto. Like, I wouldn't think that she would have her own book, so I'm very intrigued by this. Next book. This was also, I think, on my January to be read list. It's Supernova by Marissa Meyer. This is the finale in the Renegade series preceded by Renegades and Arch Enemies. One thing that's kind of deterring me from reading this, and probably reason I didn't read it in January, is that it's so thick, and unlike the other 2 books in the series, Libby does not have an offer, at least like through my library, for an audiobook of this book. So that means I have to read like on the page and not listen to an audiobook. And I've never done it for any of the other, I have never not listened to an audiobook for any of the other books by this author, Marissa Meyer. In January, I also read her book called Heartless. You can see what I thought about it in my January wrap-up, which is probably out now. I think it would be on this side, but maybe not. So yeah, it'll be an experience, because again, it's a pretty thick book, but I feel like hopefully it's interesting enough, and once I like start reading, I'll be able to read a lot of it. And yeah, I hope to finish it this month. In my January wrap-up, I also announced a very big announcement. That is, I'm making a video all about the Diary of a Wimpy Kid book series, as well as watching the movies of Diary of a Wimpy Kid, and that's in preparation of reading the most recent book in the Diary of a Wimpy Kid series called No Brainer. So now I just had on this note page, I just have like a list of the last few books in the series that I have yet to read. So those include Wrecking Ball, Deep End, Big Shot, Diaper Overload, and No Brainer. But the thing is, I actually finished Wrecking Ball a few days ago, I think like February 3rd. So I already read a book this February, so maybe I should replace Wrecking Ball with another book. I had an idea, now I can't remember it. Oh, Tell Me How to Be. This was also on my January wrap up, and I feel like if I never tell myself to read this book, I'm not going to ever read it. So let me read it. Tell Me How to Be. Anyway, so yeah, those are a few books in the Diary of a Wimpy Kid series that I want to read for this month. Deep End, Big Shot, Diaper Overload, and No Brainer. So yes, and I also found out there's another book called Hot Mess, which is coming out in October, so I don't know if I'm gonna wait. I probably should not wait until October to release this video, as in the Diary of a Wimpy Kid book video. So yeah, I don't know. Another book that I want to read is Circe by Marissa Meyer. This is by the same author as The Song of Achilles, which was really popular on Book Talk. I also have a review of it if you want to check it out. It was like one of the first reviews that I ever did for YouTube, specifically for YouTube. But yeah, this is all about Circe, who is someone in the Odyssey. I don't really know that much about her, but it has deckled edges. I really like the cover, and I have the audiobook on Libby right now, so I will be reading it. I hope to enjoy it more than Song of Achilles, because although I liked Song of Achilles, I didn't love it like I wanted to, so I hope this one will be better. And then 2 more books. We have The Bloody Chamber by Angela Carter. This is another book that I've actually started. In all fairness, / honestly, I also have started The Deep End about like 20% through, but this one I'm like nearing 50% through. It's not even that long of a book. I started it last month, but I never got to finish it. I hope to get halfway through before I go to bed tonight. I mentioned it in the January wrap-up, but it's like gothic retellings of famous fairy tales, and I'm actually enjoying it so far. Not specifically the book that the short story that I'm on right now, called The Tiger's Bride. I'm really just, if I'm being honest, just reading the words and not understanding what's happening right now. But the other two ones, the other prior two stories, The Bloody Chamber and The Courtship of Mr. Lion, I really enjoyed. So I hope it gets better and it gets more interesting. It was a little slow at first, but once I dived in, I was interested, at least in The Bloody Chamber, and The Courtship of Mr. Lion was also like way shorter. I wonder if you can consider each short story in here like a book in itself. I guess not, because like it's a collection, and this book has the collection. So I think once I finish all the stories in this book, that will be another book finished. But yeah, I'm enjoying that one. And then the final one I didn't get before filming this video, but I do have a copy of it. Can I reach it easily? Maybe not. This is Caleb Azumah Nelson, who you may recognize as the author of a book that I read. The first book that I read in 2024, actually, Open Water. This is his second book, and it's called Small Worlds. I really like this cover as well. I don't know anything about it, but I'm going to read it because I got it from Barnes & Noble for 50% off for the Black Friday sale. And I wanted to read the first book, Open Water, before reading this one. So now that I've read Open Water, I can give myself permission to read Small Worlds. So that should be fun as well. And those are all the books. I can't believe we're 1/12 through the year. That's really cool. I think we're off to a very strong start. And I'm going to hopefully remember to continue doing these like to be read lists at the beginning of the month, because I think they're a really good skill for me to center what I'm reading, as I said before. So really quick rapid fire, these are all the books that I want to read in February at the least. Carrie Soto is back, Supernova, Deep End, Big Shot, Diaper Overload, No Brainer, Circe, The Bloody Chamber, Small World, and Tell Me How to Be. So yeah, be sure to follow me on my reading journey. If I'm enjoying a book, maybe I'll make a video for it. I haven't made a video specifically for a book in a while, it feels like, so maybe I will. Maybe I'll do it for Circe. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it. Maybe Circe, I don't know. Since I made one for The Song of Achilles, because it's another Marissa Meyer novel. I don't know. Time will tell. Time will tell. Okay, bye.